What's happening?
Not much.
Good.
Third time in the director's chair.
Third time.
Is it getting easier?
No, not in the least. This one's this one's actually a little bit more difficult. The past two that I've done, they wrote me very light. They wrote Dean very light in the episode, so that I could be just a director. They decided not to do that this year and to just write me in every scene. So it's a little bit more difficult, kind of, taking the actor hat off and putting director and then doing this, and because it's two completely different mindsets. It was interesting when I had to do it last year. I realized how clear my mind is as an actor going on to set, and I never really realized that before. But when I come on set, I don't think about. I can be just kind of free to be creative. Which is a lot of times when you get, gag reel stuff, or you get, you get the improvisation stuff, you get the ad libs, because your mind's clear and you can just be that character, and you know the lines, so those kind of come with the territory. But and then as a director, you cannot clear your mind. I mean, you have so many things. I mean, the way I kind of put it is, as an actor, you're only responsible really for one link in the chain. As a director, you need to have answers for every link in that chain, and so it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough to kind of have all of those things in my head and then just throw them all out when my assistant director yells action, and then when he yells cut, go back into thinking about, okay, I want this person to liven it up a bit. I want this camera to go tighter. I want let's bring in this I want him to cross in from the right side instead of the left side. And meanwhile, I'm like, okay, what am I saying? What's happening? So in fact, my assistant director said that the first couple of days, he said it took me a couple of takes to get into Dean. He said it took a couple of takes for you to get rid of Jensen, the director, and get into Dean. I'm like, that makes sense. So it's challenging.
So what made you want to direct, and how many episodes will you direct this season?
What made me want to direct is the fact that they let me direct. I'm like, wait, you're going to let me do? Okay, I'll do it. Let's do this. The challenge of it too. I really like, like I was saying, as an actor, when you're doing, this is the 150th episode, and play the same character. Granted, the character gets, he's been all over the map as far as, his motivations and his storylines and stuff. But it's a rhythm that Jared and I get into when we get on set. We can fall right into those characters and bang out those scenes, and it's something that it's become very natural for us to do. Directing is not natural for me. It's new. I feel like I'm struggling, and I'm grabbing at things, and I'm in my head a lot. So it's I think shaking it up and challenging myself is something that I'm always trying to do. And this was a really good opportunity to do so. And the fact that they let me in and entrusted me with several $1 million to produce an episode of television, I couldn't say no.
What are you looking forward to about they've obviously 8 years gone, like you said, through so many different phases of others their own lives. What are you looking forward to with the season about who he is and the stage of his life and playing?
Well, there's motivation changes season to season. You guys can remember back to season 1 and season 2. There was a big shift. Dean was kind of the driving force in season 1, and then in season 2 he was like, I'm done with this. This is ridiculous. This is not the life I want to live. We're back to a bit of a flip flop here, and Dean has now come out of purgatory with a sense of clarity. He understands that this is his job in life. This is what he does. He just went face to face with all the things that he battles up top, and he understands that there is a reason and a purpose to what he does to his life, and this is what it is. It's behind the wheel of that car, sitting next to his brother, cruising down the road. And in fact, I think that I even say that in this episode that I'm directing right now. Whereas Sam, he kind of took some time to smell the roses, and he's not so sure that he wants to do this anymore. He wants to enjoy life because it's a short life, and so it's reeling him back in and getting him to understand that this is what we do and this is what we're destined. This is our destiny. So, thank you guys. Thank you.